We're live. Yay. Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Lauren, and this is Chanova. If you're not aware of who she is, she has a YouTube channel. She also sells her incredible bags at conventions. You're going to AwesomeCon in March.
March. It's the first weekend in March, I
Okay.
believe,
That
or the
one's
second.
Washington, D.C., right?
Yes.
Yeah. Very cool.
I'm really excited about that one. That one has like pretty much most of the cast from Ahsoka coming, and I am, yes. I'm like freaking out.
I love that.
I know, me too.
Okay. So, Chanova is going to be teaching a cut and sew workshop in April the 13th and the 14th.
Correct. Yeah, I was looking for my calendar.
We have a couple of spots left, so I also wanted to give a quick overview of the class for those attending, just so they know what to expect as well. We just had our first class that was cut and sew, and it was so much fun. We created a coloring page, and we're going to do the same for Shanova's class, where you can kind of like sketch out your idea, because between Nova and I, we're going to help you achieve like whatever your creative mind comes up with, we can solve.
Yes.
Like your bags are incredibly detailed. You have so many different techniques that you use. So I'm super excited for all of us to like pick your brain and be like, what about this? What about this?
Oh, definitely go pick away, because when people ask me questions, it just sparks another fire for me to try to create something more. So,
Yeah.
like, yes, your creativity sparks my creativity. So
Right.
that's how it works.
Amazing.
Lunch.
Dr.
Oh my God, I love Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. We are going to have catered lunches for both of the days as well. Shanova is going to be able to look at our menus and decide where she wants to order from, which I think is fun. We get to have the teachers taste for lunchtime. So
That's interesting. And yeah, I'm pretty open to anything. So you'll be surprised.
oh,
Of
Jessica Rose is saying hi. She's like, I'm a patron.
Hey, Jessica. Yes, I heard really good things about your first opening from Jessica. She just kept saying how the classes weren't you weren't fast. Everybody was able to go at their own speed. That you were able to get assistance really easily, and she really loved the class, and that just made me like so excited to teach in April, because if the students are already saying that it's amazing and it's the first class, then I cannot wait to be a part of this.
Yeah, I'm super stoked. So the first day we're going to be cutting out the bag. We're going to have templates in the room available for people to kind of share. Nobody's cutting out the same spot at the same time, so you know it's not that serious. We are open for shopping, so that people who didn't bring anything or maybe changed their mind on what they wanted to make have the option to purchase materials, which everyone loved the ability to be able to do that, because you might decide that you can cut out 2 of these Betty Bullers throughout the weekend. And so,
Yes.
you know,
There's not a lot of components to the Betty Bowler, so that's the beauty of it. It comes together so pretty, and there's when you really think about how many pattern pieces, you can count them on your hand.
yeah. And I've made it at regular size, so I'm super stoked. You have one in front of you, right? You
Yeah.
have the Betty Buller at 80%. This is a pattern from Swoon Sewing, by the way. It's a little, I would say it's a vintage pattern.
Yeah, it is. It's a part of the vintage collection.
Yeah.
I'm cannot find my camera to save my life on this. Yeah, so this is the 80%. It's perfectly, I like the way it fits. We're going to do binding so that you don't have to birth it. And as you can see inside, we're going to have like a zipper facing, and then we'll have a nice slip pocket. If you decide to go nerdy, then you can shop Lauren's mystery tags.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
That one's so good. Have
oh my
you
God.
ever widened the bag? Like if somebody wanted to make it a little wider?
I haven't done that yet. I haven't done the 80% Erica Bowler, and I know you made it wider, and I want to do it. I literally want to,
That
because
could be
it's small, but it has like a wide bottom.
I think that's wide enough. Yeah.
The derriere is nice and wide. The bottom of it, and then again, you can shop mystery. Yeah, I swear, I think you're all my you have all my tags are from you.
A lot of good, we have a lot of good ones.
Yeah, you do. You're very super creative, and yeah, and then we could try different binding. I did this one with cotton. I've done with the waterproof canvas, water resistant canvas, and then I know you have like specialty like binding sizes, which
Hmm.
to me, and then you have the tape, the binding buddy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
tape, that's nice and wide. Just stick it on. So Pammy asked, are we not doing the outside pockets? Nova mentioned earlier that the bag is a little too small with the 1 inch wide connectors to actually
Mhm.
have the pockets, but would you say if that's something someone wanted to do?
Yeah, you could definitely, I mean, if you definitely want to do the pockets though would be in between the in between the straps would be less than 5 inches. So the zipper, if you take a half an inch in for like, you're looking at like a 4 inch, but like 4.5 inch pocket. So that is good. The two pockets in the front, you would barely be able to put like a popsicle stick in there or a pencil. There's no way you could put a I have the cutouts though for my templates. If you do want to use it, it can be a great looking detail though.
Oh, that's true.
So
Yeah.
you could just be a detail that looks good and you could just stick a pencil in it and maybe someone really likes that. You never know.
Just having that quick little place.
Yeah,
So
like
what hotel there is? It's Town Place Suites. We have a room block for it's 114 a night. Um, and it's just up the road and it has like a full kitchenette. Like it's
oh,
really nice little place. For some reason, Google has like 2.5 stars. I'm like, no, I've stayed here. It's a nice place. They have free breakfast in the morning too. So that's fun. We do
that's
not
fair.
provide any transportation for the students. So that's all on them to figure out. Just throwing that out there. Pammy said on the instructions, it says to get 3/4 inch rectangle rings. Are we doing 1 inch instead?
You could do either. I've done 3/4 of an this one is 3/4 of an inch. I like the way it looks with 3/4 of an inch because the bag is smaller,
Yeah.
but I also like the way it looks with 1 inch.
Yeah.
So you can do either one. There, we can cut it out when you come here, and then we can create your handles based off of
Your,
that. So, and I
yeah.
have a couple of cool different handle techniques that don't you can use on your domestic machine or like on this one. I call it the flat roll because it has foam in the center, just on the edge. I know. And it gives you nice cushion here. So I was hoping to show you guys that. It's the only thing we're adding is a little bit of scrap foam
Yeah. And
and
we
some stitching.
have in this room. So we have plenty.
So yeah, so I'll be able to teach you those techniques and you can do it either one. Both sides are good. If you're going to have it this bag where it's going to really be on your shoulder, it depends on you. Do you like skinnier straps or do you like a thicker strap? It's all on what you want, and we can also work on comfort with adding a little bit of foam so that way you have cushion on your shoulders.
That's perfect. I love it. I'm trying to think as well what other questions I would have. So we're not doing the drop in. So that would be, I mean,
Everybody hates the drop in.
it's a pain, man. It's a pain.
It's just weird to get around that the box part and get it perfect, and then the bag is kind of saggy afterwards, even with like trying to get it sewed onto the other pieces, it still kind of caves in.
Yeah.
So we'll have in the bags I'm going to show, we could do a normal, so many different slip pockets. We're going to have, you have zipper facing templates, so we can do that.
Yep.
And then a nice slip pocket. You can even add, I can show you guys how to add a little water bottle like holder that you could put on the sides if to fit a Coke can or whatnot in there. This is a pretty nice size bag though.
Yeah.
So that's why I love the 80% versus the 100, because the 100 is, that's a beast. That's a big bag.
It's a
That is
beast.
a weekend bag.
Which I mean, it's what it's meant for, but it's such a great shape for a handbag. So I love that you've done that.
Yeah, I love that shape. It reminds me of kind of like the VW bugs. I always want to do one, a Betty Bowler VW bug. I just haven't done it yet.
Bigger. Maybe you'll be able to sit down and sew for a little bit this weekend or the class
That
weekend.
would that would be
Not
awesome. Just be like, let's just do something organic. Let's have some fun. Yeah. So I'll teach you that. You could put purse feet on the bottom. You could dress this bag up or dress it down. And that's one of the reasons why I think Swoon is such an important bag designer for our bag world,
I
because
agree.
like literally the staple of so many different bag designs. And we're going to do an exposed zipper and not a concealed zipper either. So
Yeah, it's
that,
hidden in that seam. You
yeah,
see,
I
yeah.
hate that thing. I hate that it always gets stuck on the zipper.
Finger day,
Like
yeah, exactly. I remember the first time I did it, and I'm like, no. Okay,
like, why do people like this?
a quick couple of questions. Someone asked, do students share a room? That's up to you. If you want to get a roommate, you can. Otherwise, it's not. And you can stay at any hotel. We've just got the room block available. That's not included in your ticket price. The ticket price includes Shanova's Knowledge, 2 classroom helpers, your lunch for the weekend. We also have a lot of beverages. It includes use of thread in the room, use of our notions. We have scissors. We have all kinds of thread. Clips, rivet presses. We have so much stuff here. There were a couple people that came to my class and they were like, I didn't bring anything and I didn't need anything. And we're
That's
like,
awesome.
yes. We have scrap bins in the back of the room that even if you don't bring materials and you don't want to buy anything, you could dig through that and find something cool to make with. So what I loved is that some people that took from the scrap bin left items as well. So it's kind of like take a
Oh,
scrap, leave a scrap. And I'm like, this is perfect. I love this so much. Um, so yes, we have tons of thread colors. Let me just kind of show, that's one
whoa.
wall, the thread options, a lot of black, a lot of neutrals. And then we have a bunch of wizardry ombre thread over there. So there was absolutely no one here that didn't have a thread option. They could find
Mm.
what they were looking for, and it wasn't like, oh, well, that person's using the thread that I wanted. So
Plus,
thank
you have a chance to use Wizardly, like that, because that's an investment thread. I feel like,
yeah,
and and I feel like if you have a chance to use something before you purchase it, big win, and
yeah.
you'll love it. It's beautiful thread.
Yeah. Someone asked where we got these cards from. I ordered them from Target. So easy peasy. We also have, and this is perfect for teachers who don't have the greatest memory, these little dry erase
Oh, that's
going to put on all the machines so that you know which machine is yours. And each person will get their own like little cut table that they can cut their bag on, keep their items in. So
that is so awesome.
yeah, so everyone should feel comfortable. The room is kind of small. There were like some, oh, I'm gonna scooch on by you, but you get to know people a little bit better that way. So it's fun.
Hi, I bumped into your head. How are you doing today? No,
Exactly.
and not small, cozy, intimate.
It's cozy. Yeah. Um, I kind of asked everybody, like, would you prefer the room have been bigger? Because if that's the case, I need to get rid of like a whole row of machines, which would suck. But I think it's comfortable and cozy, truly. And
It
it's,
looks big to me.
it looks big, but like once you get everybody in here, it's a little like, but again, you get to know.
And
I,
it's also really good for the teacher and for everybody to hear everything. So there's a lot of benefits to that.
yeah. And we also have a TV where we can show instructions for the pattern as you're working through it. For the Lauren Bag workshop, nobody was on the same step at any time. So it was kind of like walking around, answering questions and like confirming steps. Um,
Mhm.
for your class, if you're okay with it, you may want to do like a quick write-up of how you changed the pattern so that when we print the pattern for people, they're not looking at the original instructions, they're looking at yours.
Yes, I could do that. I could definitely do that because people are probably going to ask about the slip pocket. And because when I went back to make the original swoon bag, I was like, wow, yeah, we have evolved so much in the bag world that our original stuff, like our pockets and our zippers, are no longer what
Yeah.
has. So like you're just elevating you have a foundation from swoon, and now you're going to elevate it with your skill sets and your design.
It's crazy. Like I just recently taught that Bonnie bucket bag, and I went in and I like changed everything about the pattern because I'm like, if people see the original, it still works. They're gonna
Yeah.
get there, but we've come.
Yeah. Leaps
And
and bounds.
I know that if Alicia still owns Swoon, she would update.
Hmm.
Yeah, she doesn't. It's okay. Someone asked, do we order the pattern or is it included? It is included. We're going to send that out soon. We're kind of waiting for the class to fill up before we purchase the patterns, get all the information emailed. Plus we have time still. So you'll get that probably by March, at the absolute latest by March.
Yeah.
If you need it sooner, just let us know and we can definitely do that. But again, we were just kind of waiting. There are less than 5 spots available for this class. So if you're interested, come on. It's so fun.
Come on down.
Yeah.
I think it'll be cool. It'll be really cool because I think that a lot of people, when they start their bag journey, they first seen swoon patterns. So like you have a really big opportunity to have like a couple people that have made this bag and have sold this bag to be kind of like a earworm and ask all the questions you need to ask, and then play around with different design elements and listen
Yep.
to other people and get inspired. I think it's a great opportunity.
Yeah. I'm really excited because I think yours is going to be an emphasis on the creative part of bag
Yeah.
making instead of just following the pattern as it's written. You get a chance to, like we said, pick our brains, and you could say, oh, I'm really thinking I want to add like a sneaky slip pocket that's kind of
Yeah.
hidden. How would I do that? And we can like sit
I
there
already
and
I just had an idea when you said that.
part like, oh, oh. Yeah.
I'll be like, yes, I think I know now. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have workbooks for every person with note pages so that you can kind of write that down and get. Let me grab one. Just
Okay.
so
And what you guys are hearing up there is my son and my dog playing. That's every single time I'm on a live, that puppy decides to go rogue. And he can't open the door right now, so he's probably upset. Yeah, I think an intimate setting is really cool for a classroom because one, you don't have to project your voice because I'll get nervous. I get nervous real easily, and once I get nervous, I start like my dyslexia plays big, and you'll be like, oh, I never even really noticed it until you get nervous. So I'm, for one, really excited about having the class being more intimate and cozy.
yes, exactly. And then we do have a microphone, like I said, so people who are hard of hearing or if you don't want to yell all weekend can kind of just easily.
Aw.
And I know when I got up to talk and like introduce the class, I was like, and we're here
Mm.
today to make a bag, and like you just forget everything. So I liked
Yeah.
it was more relaxed to just go one-on-one for all of that. But this is what I had printed for my class.
Mhm.
So it had all of the pattern instructions, and then it had pages for notes. So you could write down what changes you made, things like that. And then I made a little coloring page.
Aw.
So we're going to do the same for your class too, so that you can kind of sketch out
I like that.
what you're thinking you want to make. And then if you have questions, you can write down what changes you make.
Yeah. That's what I do on patterns. Like if people were to come into my room and pick up any pattern at any given time, they'll just see different notes or
Yeah.
drawings or doodles. Just someone was asking about bunking in a room. I, for one, I have not stayed at this hotel, but I do know that if you stay at a hotel where there's other people that are in the same class as you, you can set up dinners. You guys can set up Ubers together, so you can split the cost to going to something. That for one would be one reason why I would stay at the hotel, is because other people are, and then that means that you can split costs of certain things.
Yeah. There is a pizza place within walking distance of that hotel. It literally shares a parking lot, but there's like 4 other places to eat that are within walking distance of the hotel, like literally just in the same parking lot. So that's one of the reasons we also love that hotel.
Oh, that's good to know. Then you don't
Yeah.
have to do Uber. You could just go.
Yeah. Go to those places and then Uber here or whatever. But last time I feel like a good amount of people drove and they were like, do you need a ride? But we
Oh,
also will be creating a Facebook group, and you'll get an email with that Facebook group to join that you can get to know everybody. You can kind of discuss rides and things like that.
Yeah, and I will go in the Facebook group. I will do a live where I'll go over like the slip pocket and the pocket, so that way I can give you an estimate of what extra material. But
Yeah.
because the original Betty is so big and we're doing 80%, you can use that little bit of material that did not get sucked up into the bigger bag into putting it into pockets and slip pockets.
Yeah, that's perfect. Would you recommend at all that people could cut one out at home if they wanted to make more than one bag?
Oh yeah, definitely. If you want to make more than one bag, you can cut one at home. For one, the reason why I wanted to teach this particular bag is that it comes together really fast. And with binding, we can have a discussion about different binding methods. There's binding that like with the binding buddy tape that Lauren sells, there's water resistant canvas method. There's doing it with cotton. So we can have so much fun trying different things that you may have not been able to experience before.
It's going to be
And
super.
then those machines, man, they plow through everything. So
Yeah, for sure.
it's gonna be a very different binding experience.
Yeah,
You're gonna be
there
like,
will be
yes.
minimal to no cursing.
You'll be like, wait, I need to get. I'm just saying, that is my favorite part. I don't really think of the machine as different until I do binding. I'm like, oh yeah, this is a breeze.
Easy
So
peasy.
you get that easy. You got this. Thank you
Someone
for
said, what is
speaking.
Binding Buddy? So it's actually just 3/4 inch wide double-sided tape that I carry, but Wefton Work Co. also carries. And then some people sell binding with the tape already attached too. But basically it's just, you tape your binding on and then you sew it on, so there's no weird shifting or anything like that. It makes it so much easier.
Yeah, it's really lovely actually. I still do that. I seem to like go differently for each bag, call something different, but when in doubt, if you have too many layers and you're not trying to have anything shifting, I think that is like one of the best methods.
Yeah. Tammy said, I apologize in advance for all the swearing during the binding section. You won't be cursing.
You won't be alone. It's normal. That's normal. It's part of the process. That's how you appreciate your bag at the end. Is
Yeah.
all.
We cope. We get through it.
Yeah. You're
It'll be
just like,
perfect.
it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So
All right.
yeah, I think, is there any other questions?
I don't know. I was going to say we can let people ask questions really quick. If you have anything else that you want to add for the class or anything you want to make sure people bring other than a good attitude, like,
Yeah. Just bring yourself and bring questions and have fun. You can ask me anything, I'll try to answer it. I don't have all the answers, but the ones I do have, I will definitely give to you. I'm not a gatekeeper of secrets. It makes no sense to me. So, um, and I'll help you whatever way I can. And if you have a new idea and you want to try it out, we can try to sketch things out. You'll notice that I'm a doodler. In order for me to figure out like measurements or whatever, I sketch things out on back. If there's paper too, just be a heads up. I will write on it most likely. Just something.
yeah. Someone said, is there a Starbucks in town? Yes, there is one on the way in. The only thing is you have to bring one for the teachers too.
I feel like that is a good rule. It's,
I get it.
it's a
It's fine.
solid rule.
There is not one on the way here from my house, so I never get to do that, but I'll
Mm,
pick you up anyway, so we can hit Starbucks.
so we have Starbucks. I mean, I feel like that, Lisa, was a very valid question.
Yeah.
Starbucks is a very big deciding factor for me.
Yeah.
Is there?
Jessica asked if we can change out the foot on the machine. We have skinny feet on all the machines, but we still have their regular foot. So we can absolutely change it out at any point. Not a problem.
I still with the skinny feet too.
Yeah.
I don't know what sewing with my regular foot is like anymore. I haven't done it in like years.
Yeah.
Once I got it on, I was like, oh, I'm. It's not fun taking off the feet on the 1541S at all.
No.
It is super not fun.
The 1181 is super quick. It's just it's one screw. And then I only ever change out the outside foot. So easy peasy. And again, just like Jessica said, can we do that? Yes. Anything
Yes.
you need to do in this room to make yourself feel comfortable, please know we're happy to do it. We're here to make your experience as good as possible. If you have a random question, you're like, I I just want to ask.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I was even thinking something I would have changed is maybe having people ask questions within the Facebook group that we could answer all together.
Yeah.
Just because like when you're in the moment, you're in the class, you may have had a question, but you've forgotten it. You don't know what it is anymore.
Yeah, I know. I know the first question is because Swoon's pattern size seam allowance is a half inch, and I don't use that. And so that I know that's going to be someone's first question. What is the seam allowance for binding if we're
Yeah,
using the half inch? And we're not using
yeah.
that.
Quarter inch.
Yeah, again, leaps and bounds. leaps Everyone's either a quarter inch. I usually do 3/8 of an inch. I don't know why. I think it's because some of the people I test for, that's like what they use. So it's became second nature. But I do like 1/4 of an inch. I think it makes sewing in a circle so much easier to have a smaller seam allowance.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. All right.
So
Well, if anybody, Pammy, if you could send us an email that you're vegetarian and what kind of things you like, we'll make sure that we have an option for you. We want to make sure that, like I said, everyone is comfortable. Last time, a lot of people brought like different snacks and like pre-made
um,
food, and I loved that. I'm like, we've got a huge kitchen space for you guys to share. So
you have
again,
a kitchen space?
yes, we have like our break room here too. So we
Mhm.
just expanded it so there was a lot more sitting space. But everyone seemed very comfortable. People took lunches at like in little increments, basically, like
Mhm.
just naturally. It was like, I'm not
Mhm.
ready to eat yet. Please go ahead. And then, the next group would go. So no one seemed uncomfortable with the eating situation.
Yeah,
Good.
that's good. It's all organic. I
Yeah.
like that.
But we are so excited. I'm excited to see you. I always love getting to see you, but I feel like we never get to hang out at the place.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that as well.
I'm excited too. I'm over the moon and I cannot wait to go.
Yeah.
I'm secretly like, come on, April, but that means that Awesome Con is going to be here really soon. So I have to pace myself.
You got this. We got
you, got,
this.
you got
It'll
this.
all be fine.
It's all part of it's all part of it. It's all part of how we process the con life.
Right. All right. Later. Goodbye.
Yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Oh, I never find the button.
I